It's time to take a look at the news of the now, the news of today, the news of the now. It's time for Night News Now. I'm your host, Burt Macklin, and here are tonight's top stories. And both the clown and the pony were pronounced dead at the scene. On tonight's show, we interview second-class Carlos Quintero, who allegedly beat Lieutenant Shimalecki in this past round of the racquetball tournament. Also on tonight's show, we get a deeper look into the potential Halloween costumes that I will be wearing on Halloween. My first potential outfit for my Halloween costume is going as Lance Armstrong. Guess I won't be needing these. We go live to our weather correspondent, Scott Cool. Scott, how's the weather looking today in New London, Connecticut?
The Red Sox suck. I need a beer.
Thanks, Scott. We now go live to downtown Jerry Brown saying, well, sure, I'll be there quicker than a New York minute.
Well, sure. I'll be there quicker than a New York minute.
I bet you are, Jerry Brown. I bet you are. Tonight's musical guest is LMFAO.
I'm sexy and
I'm
I
sexy,
know it.
and I do know.
I'm sexy.
Carlos Quintero was interviewed the other day, and Night News Now was able to get a hold of that interview. Let's take a closer look at that interview. Burt Macklin here live in the field. I'm here with Carlos Quintero, the alleged winner against Lieutenant Shimalecki. Carlos, what can you tell us about the big win?
¿Qué puede decir del partido?
Ok, sí, bueno, el tipo está bien viejo para decirte la verdad, así que, tú sabes, ganarle no fue nada difícil porque está muy viejo y estaba corriendo por ahí, dándole la bola dura, no fue nada, brother.
What Carlos is trying to say is it was not that difficult for him to win because his opponent is very old, so he go back to his days of playing el baseball, he hit the ball very hard and he win.
Next question, Carlos. What were some of the strategies that you used in order to defeat Lieutenant Shimalecki?
¿Cómo fue la estrategia para ganar?
Oh, claro que sí, bueno, tú sabes, yo le estaba dando la bola bien duro ahí, nunca me cansé, pero como está viejo, él se cansó ahí bien rápido, entonces, tú sabes, mi cabeza la tenía ahí todo el tiempo, él estaba loco.
He was very focused for the game. And like he said before, his opponent is very old, so he hit the ball hard, he run hard, and he win the match with corazón, with heart.
Final question, Carlos. How far can you see yourself going in the racquetball tournament?
¿Cuánto tiempo para ganar?
Bueno, con Jesús y Papá Dios uno puede hacer lo que sea, y tú sabes lo que estoy diciendo, Papá Dios.
Oye,
yeah.
gracias a Dios.
Y dar un besito ahí.
Kiss, please. Kissy. Kissy! First off, Carlos would like to thank God, Jesus Christ, to help him win, to thank his family and his friends for supporting him in his endeavors. And without that, he wouldn't be here today.
Well, folks, you heard it here first. I'm Burt Macklin with Carlos and Carlos. Hasta luego. We go now to the loser, Lieutenant C.
Lieutenant C, was the outcome of the racquetball tournament what you expected?
Honestly, I wasn't expecting to lose to Carlos, but I gotta hand it to him. He did a great job. He played really hard.
And how far do you think he'll make it in the rest of the tournament?
I don't know. I haven't seen Kyle Benson play, who's his next opponent, so I think he has a potential to win the whole thing.
Welcome back. Now it's time for this week's Racquetball Breakdown. We go live to racquetball analyst Rodney McFernan. Rodney, take it away.
Well, here's my thing about the game between Lieutenant Shimalecki and Carlos Quintero. Lieutenant Shimalecki is an old man playing a young man's game. I mean, what did the guy think was going to happen, you know? Well, Lieutenant Shimalecki, when I was watching him all game, and I was watching from atop, he was not swinging at the ball the right way. I said to him, you need to swing from your hips. And he wasn't doing that. He was just doing this little wimpy motion from his wrist. And Lieutenant Shimalecki is a mathematist, or whatever that is. He spends all day at his computer updating Excel spreadsheets, putting in formulaics or something like that. Did he think he was going to beat Mr. Quintero? I think not. Well, the thing about Carlos is I coached his father when he was younger, and his dad had the heart of a lion and a gorilla combined into one. And Carlos actually has more like the heart of a toucan. so I don't know how much further he thinks he's going to go in the tournament. I sure don't think he's going to go much farther. You know, I just don't think he'll go much further than that. I don't think so.
And our Final Four update is Robbie Too Tall Faf versus Ryan the Cop O'Neal, and Carlos the Puerto Rican Quintero, and Kyle the Child Bandit Benson. Thanks, Rodney. That's all we have time for tonight, folks. This has been Night News Now, and I'm your host, Burt Macklin. And it ain't nothing but a thing.